So, yep, we went from international travel to time travel to body travel.
Hooray!
Alternate dimension stomachs. Here we come.
Thwomp. Do you ever want to know what it looks like inside of Bowser? You'll love this game, because that's partly what this game is all about.
No, I do not, because I do not want to know how it comes out.
Well, we were already inside a gigantic evil Yoshi thing in the last game. I mean,
Yeah, and you saw the conniption fit I had. I'm having a conniption fit right now with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just eye twitching, waiting for my eye to crack.
Evil Pop-Tart, time travel shenanigans or body shenanigans? Which rate's higher on the shenanigan meter?
Time travel, because everybody gets it wrong. But even then,
Fair
this
point.
is atomically wrong too, so, it's right up there. It's damn close, let me tell you that.
Mario was so big on the outside. Or wait, no, is Bowser bigger on the inside? Which is it?
He must be, because obviously he just swallowed Luigi, Mario, Peach, Toadsworth, and the flying gumball.
along with like a million other things.
Yikes.
Yeah, with the chair and whatever else was there.
That shroom basically gave Bowser the gut of Kirby, or Yoshi, or whatever. Anyway, we run into these goblin weirdy things, and that goblin then said something really interesting. He said like that save is temporary, and he's a total absolute liar. That's just a regular everyday save point. But like just pay attention to his dialogue again as I resume the game again. There we go, and reset again. There we go, and my save is definitely not temporary because it's still there. And still returning from there. Yeah, cheap liar, save temporary. Get out of here. That probably should have been rewritten.
I wonder what the reason for that is.
Anyway, this jellyfish amoeba looking thing right now is tickling Starlo.
The flying
seems
gumball.
like
It should be now called as the flying gumball.
The flying gumball, okay. Now we already know what Mario is very familiar with, and there's these strange pipish things. Wow. There's some nostril tubes down here. What in the world would be down here? Broken open arteries and veins? Well, they function just like pipes. Pipes that launch you out. Just Mario's day. It's going to be Mario's last day when he jumps into a pipe that actually ends up being something that eats him, and not just eats him in this fashion, but eats him for real. Jump into all the holes. And there we go. We saved the gumball. Part of me almost wishes that we didn't save the gumball, because Starlo's role in this game is much like Stuffwell's role. She's the tutorial
They look
one.
pretty much the same, except now instead of a rectangle, it's a circle.
You got me there. Anyway, our first enemy here, this guy is called a Goombly, or Goombla. It's a pun on globules. I don't know how to pronounce these words, actually.
Ah, see?
But
Told you. Die needs to die. Whoever thought of these?
So globules they're like amoeba Goombas. They're functionally just like Goombas, except they're transparent and have the little yellow thing inside them. They almost look like an egg or an amoeba. Wow, we really shrunk. If that's an amoeba, and that's us. But thankfully, they're really, really, really easy, kind of as to be expected, actually. And another thing you may have noticed by this point, I'm just going to be obsessively compulsive about the screens in this game, because this game did come out on the Nintendo DS. So I'm going to have the absolute best screen layout for you guys for all situations. You're welcome. And there we go. 3 experience, and we're collecting money inside of Bowser. That's not normally my first thing I think about if I were to get eaten, but okay.
I still twitching. Must not say something.
Should we go inside of your body, Evil Pop-Tart, see if we find Goomba enemies? What kind of enemies would we find inside of you?
Could not compute
Would we find Pop-Tart enemies? Little Pop-Tart amoebas?
No.
Okay.
Just no. Not going there.
I guess my other thought here is that we are inside of Bowser. Typically, like I would imagine a Koopa body would probably be, warm-blooded. It'd be really warm in here. Not like sufferably hot, but it would be warm. There's no sign of that at all. Really warm, really humid. Just imagine a day where it's 100 degrees outside and humid. Kind of similar here. There's at least plenty of oxygen. Enough to go around. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and fight around our first couple of tutorial enemies here. There we go. Wow, really, really, really simple there. The thing I really like about this game, compared to the other Mario and Luigi games, is they really did emphasize on making the battles flow and be a lot more fun. I'm not even going to skip any of the battles this first part, just this first part anyway, just because these first enemies to go down really quickly. Ooh, I did miss that dodge on that attack, and just to emphasize the point that it's just like battles flow quickly, you're in and out of them really quickly, they're fun. So, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and get this coin block now. Going on that point from earlier, though, it's also well lit in here.
I was thinking about this the other day, like caves in video games, and how half the time, even though there's no light, you can see perfectly well. I mean, Zelda likes to play off of the whole lantern thing, but then even sometimes in Zelda, you have those dungeons where there's no, visible light source, and yet you can see perfectly fine. So, video game logic.
Here's another one of these goblin things. This one's not a save point. This one's actually a heal point.
Could they not have just made them look like normal save blocks and normal heal blocks? I don't understand the whole why it has to have a face thing. Like, just in case you couldn't tell that a block with a heart would heal all of your health, there has to be like 3 million lines of text to explain it to you.
Goblin. Whatever we're in, yeah. This would be like if we were an actual surgeon, probably like a really ideal thing. just imagine for a second that Mario was actually a surgeon and needed to work on Bowser's body. It's like, shrink up, get inside, and get rid of whatever cancer or whatever we're supposed to do. It would actually be really useful. Unfortunately, that's not the situation here. There we go. Well, finding Luigi wasn't that difficult, and he's kind of in a sticky situation. That is some kind of slug amoeba with a tongue. Starlo, I don't think he's there by choice. Starlo's like, Luigi, what are you doing hanging up there? I don't think it was his choice. Wow.
Luigi!
I think Luigi's still tired, Mario.
Mario! Oh! Let's go!
And there we go. Into battle that we go with both Mario and Luigi. Instant first damage, first strike. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know, Starlo. Welcome to battle. Functionally speaking, once again, this is a Mario and Luigi game, so we do have to press A on the menus with Mario, B on the menus with Luigi, all that good stuff. And now we actually got Luigi playing in play here, and I just want to comment right now, I love Luigi's idle animation, because it looks like he's pushing a shopping cart back and forth, and it's just kind of hypnotic. It's fun to look at. As with all the other Mario and Luigi games, practically, I want to say every single attack in the game can be dodged. In this case, right now, we're just worried about the jumps at the moment. So, and every enemy has a tell. These enemies' tell is just stupidly basic. They literally look at the bro they're attacking first. So it's like you can't confuse it at all. And there we go. And now Luigi will forever be behind on experience, just that little bit.
Thanks, game.
Luigi has to explain that he's been in sleep this entire time, and that he just woke up now, and he's like, what is going on? Oh, we got eaten? What? What? Okay. Starlo has granted us access to the star menu. The star menu? What's that? It's the start menu. Planned a star menu? I didn't know we needed a video game character to give us the ability to press the start button, but yeah. Though Starlo does actually explain something here for us, and I could have gone down that menu. Pressing select opens up a map, which, since this game is so much less linear than the previous game, is actually really useful at this moment. So, after skipping all the tutorials, I might as well just show off the start menu. It's kind of what you expect, items, gear. You can also look at the map from here. We packaged up a whole bunch of mushrooms because I have 9 of them right now, and here's the map. Not too much to the map right now.
So I think one thing I did really like is that all of the Mario and Luigi sections are side-scrolling from what I played, which actually wasn't too far, but it seems like that's probably the case. And then Bowser, you have the more open-world kind of exploration.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool.
That is correct. That is correct. The Mario and Luigi sections out of Bowser are definitely like linear-ish. Linear-ish, I'll just leave it at that. So it's a bit more emphasis on the platforming, and you know, this isn't a platform game, but it is a nice kind of separation of tasks and roles here. I did want to point out that the area we're in, the game calls the Trash Pit, which is, if you actually look at Bowser's body, which we won't be able to do for until I can see everything. Hold that thought, I just gotta level up. Yes! Look at this level up screen. It's all like, oh my gosh, you gotta level up stars and everything, and big explosion around Mario at the moment. Look at that! There we go. I totally have to put extra points into power. There we go. Anyway, point being, when we get a chance to look at the map, I want you guys to look at the map and look at where we are, because we're basically in the equivalent of Bowser's armpit right now. Yeah, the place is called the Trash Pit, which would sound more like an intestinal area. And it looks more like an intestinal area, but it's somehow located in the armpit? Okay. Detail for you guys to look at.
Alright, switching. Now. Immensely.
There we go. Pair of travelers, if you're fortunate for the paths ahead, are unevenish, blah 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 blah. This guy has words of wisdom for you. You wanna know what those words of wisdoms are? How to jump. So I skipped that one.
I would still like to know how we went from a stomach to here.
Didn't we already do like tons of jumping?
Keep going. Eye twitching continues.
Well, I guess now you have to press B too. Oh my gosh. Oh, there should just be an option at the very beginning. Do you want to be like destroyed with tutorials, and to select no, so that if you've ever played a video game in your life, you could just, you know, do it without being stopped. Ugh.
Anyway, if we were to mess up anywhere here, the game's really generous, and it's like,
It
okay.
didn't even hurt.
You just kind of sink down and then to come out of a pipe at the ceiling. It didn't even hurt. Like, look, what is that? Mucus? Stomach acid? Whatever it is, it shot us back out at the top of the screen again. There we go. And just like that, we've basically made it past some of the worst of actually the tutorial stuff, because we are at the beginning of the game. So we just have to ride this elevator up here. There we go. And on to the next area, which I'm going to actually cut it off about here, because the next area introduces a couple of new things. One of the things being really obvious, as you could probably tell from the box.
No, okay.
You
know what? Nope. I tried. I'm done. I'm so done.
What do you want to say, Evil Pop Tart? We're at the end.
Nope,
the first
I'm done.
part.
I'm done. I'm just gonna take my head off, walk away from this. This is a nope. This is a big old nope. Nope.
Okay. All right, so next time on Let's Play Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Well, we're gonna get hammers. I think you all could tell that. And then we're gonna continue on through Bowser's armpit. Let me go ahead and save so you can actually. Oh, you can't see the map on the save screen. Gosh darn it. I'm just gonna throw up a picture for you all. Now you can all see. There. See, look at where we are. Next time, we're gonna continue on. All right. So this has been Milesluigi.
This has been the Nope.
And Higsby.
See you then.
Go. Let's go. Okie dokie.